There's something about islands that intrigue me greatly. I've enjoyed exploring islands since I first learned about them from a fellow by the name of Gilligan. And this is the Galapagos Islands that are so famous initially because of this finch. This is a Darwin finch. There's 13 species of them. Each of these species of finches has a different bill shape to adapt to a different part of their feeding strategy.
These islands that Darwin made so famous, and it's animals like this marine iguana that captured his imagination and his attention. It's here on this island that eventually led him to his famous conclusions about evolution.
Including the cactus finch. Look at the length of the bill on that finch. This finch is actually responsible for fertilizing those cactus, for pollinating the different cactus species. There's even behaviors that have become unique to these finches. This is a small billed ground finch coming over and picking off flecks of skin and any potential ectoparasites on the marine iguanas. And so behaviors have actually created a feeding opportunity for different species to evolve. There's even a vampire finch that pecks the skin of squabs of frigate birds and boobies, and it then laps up the blood through the skin. Now these iguanas are bizarre. I felt like I was in a Godzilla movie when I was down on my belly videotaping these guys. They are truly unique. There's over 100 species of iguanas around the world, but this is the only one that swims in the ocean and that eats oceanic algae and other oceanic plants. And they come up in their numbers. They create a pavement of iguanas as they soak up the sun. Now here's an aggressive male, and he's beautifully colored. It's the breeding season. This video was shot in January when the males are busy proclaiming their territory and trying to acquire females. And this, of course, is the end result: a female that's pregnant, digging a hole to lay her eggs in the warm sand to allow the sun to do the incubation. The result are these little guys, little iguanas. And their populations are obviously doing very well. They fill a unique niche. There's a beautifully colored male. When the tide goes out, they all move en masse out into the waters. When the tide is out, it gives easier access to the aquatic plant life in the ocean. And they swim out into the ocean. Remember, these are cool waters and reptiles are warm-blooded, so their body temperature will get to a dangerously low level in these cooler waters. One of the reasons why the Galapagos is so rich with life is because of the Antarctic currents that bathe its shores. Even though it's right on the equator, the water is very chilly, and that provides a good nutrient base for all kinds of animals and plants to survive.
These animals feed on the seaweed, and then they come in, they have no access to fresh water, so they've got one of the most highly formed glands in their faces that removes the excess salt, and then they blow it out of their nose.
This is a bizarre behavior. Look at that. You can try this in front of the mirror tonight with your toothpaste if you like. But what a unique adaptation, enabling them to survive where no other iguana can.